Most common examples I give to my students when I'm teaching is the gears on a car story, okay? And now what I mean by gears on a car, this goes to intent. How am I going to play drums to this track? How am I going to play the verse? How am I going to play the chorus? Do I go crazy during the guitar solo, like a Vinnie Colaiuta underneath Frank Zappa, or do I keep it straight down the line? Now, the intent of gears on a car is just imagine you're driving and you've got, let's for argument's sake, a manual car, and then you're all level, you're all fine, you're going at, in fifth gear down the freeway or whatever it might be, but then you go off the freeway and then you've got to go up a hill. Fifth gear won't cut it anymore. You'll lose traction. Okay, so what happens is you gear back down to fourth, third, perhaps even second, all that sort of business. When you're taking off from the lights and you forget to change out of fourth gear, okay, because you're busy changing your music or something like that, then, and who's ever done the kangaroo jump, so, fourth gear, oh my God, and you go back down to first gear to get the traction to take off, that kind of thing. So just a simple thing like changing gears on your car, or for that matter, because this is an educational show, your bike, what happens is that same premise happens in music. You can take it nice and easy, just play a nice little eighth note groove, quaver groove for the verse as you're, starting out. But then as the song picks up, you might change that groove to a 16th note. 1 yana, 2 yana, 3 yana, 4 yana, 1, or whatever it might be. Go across to the right, wang out on the china, whatever you need to do. These are the kinds of things that we do with intent, okay? Or within a metronomic speed, that kind of thing. But you've got to be careful about the good old metronome, in the sense that sometimes if you just keep it to one speed, sometimes the chorus can lag a little bit. Sometimes the verse can be a bit too quick or whatever it might be. So it's really quite common sometimes for metronome speeds to jump about a little bit, sort of thing. You might be 100 beats a minute for the verse, but you might pick it up to 102, for the chorus, give it a bit of a kick, sort of thing. And when you're listening to bands like the White Stripes, for instance, with Jack and Meg White, they're one of those bands that what can happen with them is that they just hug each other and go like that. It's amazing to listen to. And another band that is like that is The Who. Okay, if you listen to The Who live at Leeds, for instance, one of the classic live albums, unbelievable playing and chemistry between Keith Moon, John Entwistle, Pete Townsend, all giving Roger Daltrey the big kick, sort of thing. What a band, what an album. I talk about that all the time. And whenever I'm in a down mood, whenever I'm got the black dog on my shoulder, stick on Who Live at Leeds and I'll scream around the house a little bit. Everyone thinks I'm crazy, but I'll be better at the end. And that's one of the things about intent. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so well, I hope you enjoyed the show. My name's Chris Quinlan, it's Melbourne Musos, and everything that I'm doing on the drum set is realised through triggers, going into an interface, going into my laptop, creating all these different sounds, and what I try and do is layer those sounds to create actual pieces of music. Pretty cockamamie, I suppose, for a drum set, but nevertheless that's what I try and do, using the technology that's just out there, you know, sort of thing. And a soldering iron, plenty of homemade cables there. Anyway, there you go. Check it out on YouTube if you want to watch a little bit more, and that's and on YouTube it's full HD, full stereo, fantastic. There you go. I do the best I can with what I've got. Go with what you got. That's what was told to me once upon a time by a dear friend of mine. Anyway, as I said, my name's Chris Quinlan, Melbourne Musos, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.